The year was 1964, and music was about to change forever. The Beatles were taking America by storm. A young Bob Dylan was turning folk music on its ear.
And admit that the waters around you have grown, and accepted that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving.
But there was another revolution happening in the music industry, one that would change how music and artists were imaged and how that imaging impacted our lives. The man who led this charge was Arnold Levine. He is a legend. This is his story. Arnold was born in Brooklyn, New York. He married his wife Estelle in 1954 and graduated from Cooper Union in 1955. Arnold honed his design chops at Esquire magazine, where his eye for style and keen design sense took the magazine to new visual heights. But in 1964, Arnold decided he needed to combine his love of design and style with his passion for music. This revelation led Arnold to Columbia Records under industry legend and friend Clive Davis.
I'm kicking it strong, 30 years ago, we both worked on Santana, and he's #1 this week, and you're bailing. Major surprise, but a testimonial to your good sense.
Arnold's talents took him to the world of advertising and package design.
We go back to the 60s. I think you started at Columbia around 64, and I started in 1960, so I guess we're contemporaries through many regimes. Of course, the most delightful was when we worked for Clive. I was the head of marketing, you were the head of creative services, and every Wednesday night we used to troop up to his office, waiting for him to get out of whatever meetings he had, and by 8 or 9 at night we would be presenting him with the Billboard trade ads, which he would always rewrite.
Arnold eventually turned his talents to music videos, directing Meatloaf's Paradise by the Dashboard Light,
Let me sleep on it, baby, let me sleep on it.
Atlantic City and Rosalita for Bruce Springsteen, and Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll.
We're filming this video, and it's our first video, and I'm waiting for hours to do my bits, and Joan's doing her bits, and finally I pull over the director, and I say, Arnie, baby, what do you think about a little bit of camera time for the guitar player? He says to me, let's get this over with now at the beginning of your career, you should know this at the beginning. Let's think of it like this. Joan is the main course, and you're a side dish.
2 of these videos went on to make Rolling Stone's top 100 music videos of all time.
Excuse me, the star's coming through. Pardon me.
For 31 years, Arnold Levine has put his indelible stamp on music's most treasured artists, from a diverse roster including Miles Davis, Tony Bennett, Cheap Trick, Branford Marsalis, Julio Iglesias, James Taylor, and hundreds of others.
His overview and his eye just are invaluable in trying to sort through things.
Arnold had the respect of countless superstar artists and was truly making a name for himself as the creative leader to beat. But then, something began to go terribly wrong.
Gimme head with hair.
The design sense he flawlessly executed in print and on video didn't work as well on his own face. Arnold began to grow mustaches, goatees, beards, sideburns. He was unstoppable. Chastised by label employees and artists alike, Arnold grew increasingly disenchanted with what he called the superficiality of the business. This led to his abrupt departure from the label, and from 1983 to 1988, Arnold did some modeling as the brawny paper towel spokesman, and then some acting with a starring role on Grizzly Adams. But Arnold missed the music business, and in 1988 he returned clean-shaven and refreshed.
A is for the awesome and amazing talent that you have. R is for, I can't remember R.
Arnold had just come back from, I guess they had gotten rid of him, because you know how they do at these companies, they get rid of you and then they feel stupid and wrong and they bring you back and pay you more money.
R is for the immense respect that I and others have for you. N is the need that I have from now on to work with people of your immense caliber and character. O, Arnold, you're old. And isn't that why we're sending you off.
I remember once when we were doing the Buckshot LaFunk records, he came up with this idea where we were going to take a picture of my face and the album cover was going to fold up and it would just be my face. And he says, I'm seeing your face here. I'm listening to the music and I'm seeing your face. I said, great. So we do the album cover and it just sucks. It's just horrible looking. It looks like, you know, half a baby's ass or something. And I said, man, this is like the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. And he goes, well, it's too late now, you know. If you want to change the album cover, we're going to have to delay the record. I'm like, delay it. This sucks. You got to do better than this, man. You're Arnold Levine, which is what I always tell him well, actually, I call him Arnie Levin. So you're Arnie Levin, man. You do better than that. And he goes, you are such a pain in the ass.
L is for the legacy that you've left behind. And D is because you're so dear to me and hold such a special place in my heart.
Arnold, I am shocked to find out that you're not going to be with us. Now, come on. What are you retiring to or from? I mean, you're going to look at the wall or something? I mean, you're so creative. The albums that you've done for me are masterpieces. I mean, you know, I know that you're understated and you don't like flattery. I'm not just, you know, buttering you up. I mean, you're just the best.
Well, what happened was when they were taking the photos, there was originally supposed to be a painting on the front.
Yeah.
A collage with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So we were taking these photos as press photos. And
you stuck one in it.
Arnold Levine, my art director at Sony, he's really brilliant. And he said, oh, it doesn't work for me. I'm going to do some things on my own. So he convinced the illustrator or the painter to make a collage and take some of those pictures. And that was like the picture when we had already been there about 5.5 hours. And it was like, you know, 110 degrees. And we were just sitting there. And I was like, man.
But it works.
So
you got the look.
And the Grammy goes to Chika Azuma and Arnold Levine, art directors for the complete Columbia Studio recordings.
In 1997, Arnold reached a tremendous milestone in his already illustrious career.
I want to thank Chika, a brilliant designer, brilliant art director, Kevin Gore, Steve Berkowitz, Donnie Einer, Don Hunstein for wonderful photography, the genius of Miles and Gil, and my wife Estelle.
Today, Arnold Levine is retiring from the company he's called home since 1964. Though he won't be at Sony Music to run its worldwide creative affairs on a day-to-day basis, the walls of every Sony office are adorned with reminders of him. His impeccable sense of design, his undying commitment to the artist he helped to shape, and, of course, a creative standard that has inspired every designer, copywriter, producer, industry executive, and artist that has ever had the privilege to learn from him.
I remember the experiences well. I remember you well. I remember your taste, your style, the high professional standards that you've kept. And I'm sure that this continues into the 90s in an extraordinary way for Columbia and for Epic. And so on this special occasion, Arnold, I salute you. I know you've got great plans for the present, for the future, and I can only hope from my heart that it provides you great rewards, emotional satisfaction, and total fulfillment.
I want to wish you very, very well. Since you're now off the premises, I will offer you a position here doing all of our art and design, but at very, very low rates. I'm sure you'll like that, right? This is just what you need. Say hi to Estelle and the family, and hopefully we'll hook up and have some lunch and reminisce further. Godspeed.
I'm sorry I can't be there with you. We've got to be on stage in 15 minutes here in Detroit. Lovely Detroit, but you know, again, I just wish you all the best. To say congratulations and on a job well done, and also to say that just to add my voice to the chorus of those today who must be saying that they'll miss you.
Arnold, thank you for a good 12 years of the best artwork that I'm sure I'll ever have in my career. Thanks.
I love you, brother. Arnold Levine, I love you, and I will miss you mightily. And I've enjoyed these years of working with you, and now that you're an old curmudgeon, they can bring you back on a consultancy. So, you know, you can come and work with me on a consultancy basis and get paid for it even. So I'll be seeing you soon.
I know that whatever you do is going to be wonderful because you're just a great friend, and thank you for all the magnificent artwork that you've given me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Arnold Levine truly is a legend.
5 minutes to start breaking up.
We got tetrazzini and beef stroganoff.
I recommend a little,
Tetrazzini?
chicken fettuccine, I recommend. And a little extra. That's all right. What is that? I recommend a little chicken fettuccine.
Hey, get the camera off me.
Thank you. A little tetrazzini.